Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally back with another bullet journal video, and on this one I'll be showing you how I fix my bullet journal mistakes, specifically big mistakes. When it's just a small mistake like a misspelled word or something like that, I use another method, but when it's a big mistake I use this one that I'm about to show you. This is the mistake I'm going to fix. This is my working schedule for the month of May, and I got some changes, so I ended up not doing these flights here on the bottom, so I want to get this section covered. To do this, the method I use is using one of the bullet journal pages from the same notebook to make sure it is exactly the same as the one I'm about to cover. So on the Leuchtturm 1917, which is the notebook I'm using, the last few pages, they come with the little dots where you can use it to remove the page. So that's what I did. I removed the very last page on this bullet journal. And now I am going to use that same page to cover this section of the page. To do this, besides the page itself, I will use double-sided tape along with pencil and rubber eraser, and of course some scissors to cut the section that I'm going to use. Okay, let's get started. The first thing you will need to do is, of course, counting how many spaces and lines and columns and everything, or measure, whatever you prefer, is finding out what size do you need your little piece of paper to be. So I did that. I counted the squares and the lines, and now using my pencil I'm just going to mark it on my extra page. And then obviously the next thing to do is to cut that section of the paper. Once everything is cutted and you make sure it fits where you need it to fit, you just need to glue that using your preferable method. As I said, I am using double-sided tape, so I just need to cut a strip of it, place it on the paper, and then place the paper on the page. So I just need to put the little piece of double-sided tape on place and then glue the little piece of paper to the page. A very important note on here is that once you're placing the little piece of paper that you cut it on your page, you want to make sure it's correctly in place in case your notebook has any rulings. If it's just plain pages, of course you don't need to worry with this, but if, like mine, you have a dotted grid page or something like that, you want to make sure that all the dots are aligned, otherwise the page will look weird once you're finished. So when you're placing it in place, make sure you align as many dots as possible to have a better result. Once it is in place, go ahead and erase those dots that you did in the beginning to mark where you needed it to be cut. And then to help it look more natural, all you have to do is continue with whatever design is on the page you're covering. So in this case, I'm just extending the rest of the calendar to here to help it look more cohesive. I know you can still very easily notice there's a piece of paper over there, but once you write on top of it, you can barely notice it. Like I'm showing you here on this week of, I don't remember which month was this. Like I'm showing you on this week, I messed up with the numbers, obviously, so I covered them using 2 squares of paper, and I think it looks really nice and you can barely notice it. Another example is here on the month of April. Once again, I got a change to my schedule, so I needed to cover those flights over there. So overall, I think this is a really nice method when you need to cover a big area. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye!